Oh, what's up, ladies? How exciting. How exciting.
There was no music, but it was good.
It was really loud in my ears and it sounded great to me, everybody.
Well, that's good. T, did you hear anything?
Yeah. Nothing.
Hey, everybody. So, thanks for coming. This is just going to be a short, maybe half-hour little thing. Just want to talk about, we're going to have camp again this year. It's going to be virtual. And we're doing August 19th through the 23rd. It is open to any seller. It is not just a List Perfectly event. So we're going to start. We'll get some. Gina, all the passes are going to be free. So I think you can handle it, Gina. I think you'll be good. So we're going to have different things every day for a week. But let's just start off. I just want to kind of recap camp last year. Camp was our first thing last year that we ever did. And it was really awesome, even though it was in Phoenix in June.
Yeah, it's better than being in Phoenix in July.
It's true. It's very true. But it was awesome. We had tons of speakers last year. We're going to do that again this year. And we're going to have a nightly recap with our own Mr. Doug, which will be a night at the campfire for the whole week. And every night, Doug is going to do something interesting every night. I'm sure there'll be a theme going on, ladies and gentlemen. Doug loves a good theme sometimes.
I better be writing this down.
No, don't worry. You already knew that anyways. You're so full of it.
It's going to be all.
Star was at camp last year. Miss Flippin' Hippos herself. It was great. The screen is blank. What is she talking about?
No idea.
Are we talking to ourselves, Catherine?
Let me check the YouTubes. Nope. No, we're there.
Oh, okay. Jason Voorhees may be there this year. Yes. I may make him come all the way from Crystal Lake. Was that right? Was that the right reference?
Yes. Excellent work there.
Thank you. Because I'm not really a horror flick girl. I got that from my husband.
Well, while you ladies talk, I'll check a couple of things and make sure everything's cool.
Okay. So, T, tell me what your favorite part of camp was last year.
Well, I mean, just getting together in person with resellers. It's always, and networking. I made a couple of deals for some buys just by being there. I learned a few things from, just sitting in the lobby, chatting with people, made some connection. That's networking. That's why we spend the time and the money to go to these events.
Yeah. And I do want to say, so we understand that, like Teresa and I have spoken about this. We understand that a lot of this is networking and learning other resellers, meeting other resellers and learning from them. So we are going to really try virtually to still make that happen. We're going to go out of our way to really make sure that we still get to have that feeling of being in a room with other people and, sharing ideas and really getting to know other people, because we do know that that's really one of the most important things about in-person events. And we're going to really do our best to translate that into a virtual event. Doug, what was what was the best part of camp for you last year?
Well, I love getting together with everybody. It's great seeing everybody. And I love too these events that have multiple crazy things going on. So obviously you've got all the stuff, the official stuff that's going on, all the panels, all that, but people are filming, they're YouTubing. And then we had that one night where different groups went out to dinner and all that, and then came back and there was a Poshmark Live going on and there was a shipping station going on, and all in the lobby. We basically took over this hotel and they started giving us like free stuff out of the gift shop.
They did. But so my two favorite parts of that story. So you on the YouTube Live was seriously hysterical. Yeah, Samantha took over the lobby at one point. It was really fun. But Crystal Mouse went out shopping, and she got a whole lot of stuff. People got a whole lot of stuff. So they packed everything up, and UPS, Crystal made it so UPS would come and pick up these boxes. And then what? 2 of the boxes got lost for a while. I thought poor Crystal was going to have a mental breakdown before these boxes showed back up. She's like, it was all my fault. I'm like, you did not make UPS lose the stuff. I'm like, calm down. I mean, but it was so funny because they just kind of, you guys all know, stuff falls off and then it shows back up.
It's kind of a theme when you get a bunch of resellers together and they need to ship stuff home and they have UPS come to one spot. The boxes always get lost for whatever reason, but eventually they do find their way home.
Eventually they show up. And so Crystal was saved. And then, so that was the shipping station. Doug was doing Sarah Boynton's Poshmark Live at like, I don't know, midnight in the lobby.
Yeah, it was not early.
It was not early. Holding, dresses up to himself. We went, some of us went to a Mexican restaurant. Kat, the nurse flipper, was there. Kat and I were having a good time. I was in Kat's 21-year-old daughter was driving us around. It was like having our own chauffeur. I'm in the back of the car, like, it was a hoot. We had a good time. And so I'm really going to try my very darndest to get that fun and enthusiasm from an in-person event
Pockets are for secrets.
over to a online event. So that is really so let me just throw this out there. Anyone has any ideas? Anyone has anything that they would like to know about? Anything that they would like to see? Please email me, trish@listperfectly.com, because the schedule is not set in stone. We're still working on it. And we really would love some input. What do you guys want to learn? And that can be reselling related, but that also can be LP related. I am going to do my very best to get Teresa to do a very deep dive on the new listing assistant during camp to try to get her, so that people who maybe who haven't seen it yet can see it. Exactly. That's my email.
Tell your friends, everybody.
But, anything that we can do to try to, Doug, Teresa, and I always want you guys to get to the next level if that's where you want to be. So whether it's more efficient, bigger, make more money, whatever your idea of the next level is, we want to try to help you get there. And so we really think about camp as that, as a way, not just for networking, but a way to learn. I did think last year we had a lot of great breakout sessions.
So let me hop in for just a second. So Trish never gives herself enough credit. She was 99.8% responsible for putting this all together, executing it, pulling it off. I mean, obviously we had the team there and she had the fabulous Mary.
I was going to say 99.55% goes to Teresa's house.
Yeah, Teresa. No, and Teresa helped too. And,
No, she did, but I just mean poor Teresa's house.
Because everything got shipped to my house, so much so that we had to rent a U-Haul to take it to the hotel.
Yeah.
And so I remember Teresa, other people helped, but Trish planned this for months and months and logistically executed it. And it's a huge, crazy thing to pull this off. All these people coming in from across the country. Everybody was having a good time. I love that we took over this hotel. I love anywhere when I can walk around and hear Snoop Doggy being screamed from the pool, from balconies, things like that. Because that was pretty sweet. But great content, great event, and logistically, these things are tough to pull off. Trish may have gotten some gray hairs, may have pulled some hair out while we were there. Maybe yelled at me a couple times. I would just wait for Trish to tell me what to do. But one of my favorite memories is I was sitting down at this table and we're having dinner one night and I'm like, yeah, hey, how's it going? Oh, yeah, this is good. Then I hear, Doug, if you'd like to come up on the stage and moderate this next panel, that would be great. So I'm like, all right, no problem.
Somebody came over. There was an issue, a tech issue. So somebody comes over to me and was like, blah, 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 blah. So I literally thought, okay, I'm just going to tell. But Doug was over already eating dinner. So I was like, hey, Doug. And he looks at me like, and so he stands up. He puts his coat on. He comes swandering over. I literally handed to him like, thanks. And
no, sorry. I try to be modest, Samantha. I apologize.
Exactly.
Samantha's here, ladies and gentlemen.
It's all about Doug. We all know this, Samantha. But here's the thing. Really, honest to God, without Teresa and I, the week before camp, I was at Teresa's house, and we went from that to California. We drove through the desert. And I think when we went to on a work one.
On a horse with no name.
Right? That was the week before.
Yeah.
And I am like on the computer and like,
that was Flagstaff.
Okay, Flagstaff.
And then California. Yeah, Flagstaff, you were definitely 3-hour drive to Flagstaff, and all Trisha was doing was on the phone talking about camp. So I was just singing songs in my head. Couldn't have the radio on. So I was just singing my earworms in my head because she was talking to whoever.
Poor Teresa. I think by the end of camp, Teresa wanted to kill me, and I didn't really blame her. I had like ruined her house. Her house was.
I'm so easygoing. It was fine, but yeah, I mean it's a lot because stuff boxes. I mean, not just a few packages, cases of stuff, and we had just everything that needed to be shipped got shipped to my house, and I was fine with it, but you're tripping over it. Oh. And it's just part of the gig when you're in the city that is
hosting the event. It was funny though. It really was. I mean, some nights Teresa went to go do something and she comes back and I built an entire like thing in her living room, and she comes in and she goes like a backdrop thing to see like how it went together, because I didn't want to put it together at camp. So Teresa comes in and she's like, how did you do that alone? I was like,
well, because my experience is with the stuff that we have for Boss, and that is not a one-person job. I tried to do it by myself the year 1.
Yeah.
By year 3, I was doing what do you call it? Giving that task to somebody else, because after 2 years of building those banners at Boss, I was done. It wasn't easy. So but these were a totally different setup, much easier, designed for this, lightweight. I think I'd gone to Home Depot to get something too.
You did.
Yeah.
You did. You went to Home Depot, but it wasn't really a one-person job, because I was at one point, I had like a yardstick, and it was lightweight. It wasn't heavy, but it was funny as anything. I mean, the look on her face was priceless. Like, I wish I had filmed you coming in, because it was great. But yeah, so anyone who was at camp, we really, really, really appreciated you guys last year. It was wonderful. We had a wonderful time. We know that it was an expense, as Teresa already said, like it's an expense to go to these things. We really tried to give you as much value as we could for your money. And this year, I would like to deliver more value. Even though the tickets are going to be free, we want to really make this worth your time and spending your time away from your business. But we're really hoping, we hope camp will be in person again at some point. And so we want to keep the momentum going. We don't want to let it die out, because it was so fun.
It was definitely fun.
Yeah, we will definitely.
It was definitely work too, but it was fun.
Oh, it was work.
This is the thing that I want. I want to go to a conference where I can just be an attendee.
Well, then we need eBay to have one again, like eBay, like the big one.
I know. I think that that's not going to happen for a while.
I agree.
But, you never know.
Yeah. So again, it's going to be August 19th through the 23rd. We'll have registration starting soon, probably in a week or two. And again, it's open to anybody, not just List Perfectly people. And you can pick and choose which classes you'd like to do. Then there'll be big events for everybody. There will be some special events that are just for List Perfectly people, but that will only probably be about 25% of the scheduled events. Will be about 25% will just be for LP people. So if you do belong to List Perfectly, we will have some specialty stuff just for you.
Yay.
Done.
Exactly. What you're doing with the pots behind you, T, is all right. What are you going to do with the pots behind you, T money?
Samantha, the warranty guy from my builder just left. I'm just waiting for them to fix my cabinet so I can put that stuff back in them. So yeah.
Poor Teresa. No one should ask about Teresa's house. It should be off value for the money. You did that for sure. Oh, good. I'm glad Susie was there. So
yeah, it was definitely, yeah. I mean, everybody I talked to is fun, and it is great to get together with all of these online friends. And we had listing party And so it was great for people that, you see on all these parties week after week and everything, that you get to, get together and meet with them. I mean, for me, I liked the fact that as, part of the List Perfectly team, we were assigned to sit at different tables every night.
Yeah.
I liked that because we got to know people, different people like that. I selfishly wish that I had more free time to go do stuff and hang out in the lobby. I get in a good conversation with people and like, oh, I got to go somewhere. So that, I mean, but I didn't waste any spare time. I definitely spent it, talking to people, learned a whole lot about how Whatnot works and the backside of Whatnot that people don't want to tell you about. Yeah. You get these people that are doing these shows and you start talking about them and like, how did you do this? And then you start finding out, there's, different deals and stuff like that.
Yeah. And I didn't know any of that before camp.
No. And I know that I think people talk about it more now, but I think back then people weren't really talking about it a lot. So it was a shock to me. But, it's that kind of stuff. And it's, like talking to people and they just say, hey, well, I have access to X, Y, and Z. And I say, hey, I'm very interested in X, Y, and Z. And, 4 weeks later, I've got a huge order showing up my front door. So, I mean, like that to me was worth it, making that connection. And, I like that kind of stuff, in-person meetings for that kind of stuff, because I don't watch YouTube. I don't, I'm not a big social media person. I consume content, but that getting in, if I reached out to somebody when I saw a reel on Instagram or something and said, hey, I'm interested in this, they probably have 300 other people and I'm not going to get their attention. But if you're face to face, then you've made that personal connection, and that personal connection will last.
Well, I mean, I agree with you. And I'm going to use Star as an example. Like I met Star for the first time, I think in 2018. And so, like for me, like I feel like I know Star. Whereas if I just watched her on, and I've seen her at multiple events, right? I've seen her at Boss. I've seen her in Vegas. I've seen her in Pennsylvania. I've seen her in
FlipCon.
I've seen her in Boston. She came to Boston and spoke at our meetup. But, she came and spoke at our meetup because I knew her, not because I just watched her on YouTube, right? So for me, meeting people even one time, you just have a different connection with them, which, I just think is true. But I really am going to try very hard to get that through our event. And I think if Listing Party is any indication, sorry, Star, that was funny. Any indication, I think we can do it, because I do believe that, the people who are in Listing Party, they really support a lot of them really support each other, and they are, friends, and they're friends outside of reselling. Yeah. And, I think if we've done that there, we can do it at camp. That's my full-fledged idea anyways.
Yep, for sure. I mean, and I think that hopefully we get the word out about how much fun and how much value Listing Party is.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of the community doesn't understand because it's Listing Party. But I can tell you that when we're doing, or if I'm in any party in the evenings, Listing Party is the one that I usually go to. People are in there. I'm sorry, not Listing Party, List and Sip. Yeah. People are in there on Friday night and they are listing and they are sipping and
they are listing, they are sipping.
But I mean, like we could do it at home, and it's a motivation, because sometimes by Friday night, I don't want to do anything.
Well, and
I look forward to Jill's Friday night List and Sip. And so I think she's agreed to do it every week now. We did it last week. We're doing it this week. It's doing next week. And I make the schedule up. So I think I'm just going to keep doing it every Friday night, because it does make me work on Friday night.
Well, and I was going to say, some people who maybe have like jobs. I mean, Teresa, that's part of the thing, is like you have a full-time job, right?
So yeah, but so does Jill.
Wait, no, I know that. That's what I was about to say. I was going to say, you have a full-time job. So some people who have a full-time job, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, that is when they're going to do their reselling business, right? So it's great for that motivation. And Jill, kind of, I mean, I know she does do some things else during the day, but a lot of times she has her regular work. So I'm sure these are good for her also.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I would like to just say, Gina bought a whole bunch of pocketbooks, or as you people would say, purses, off of Whatnot. And she was opening them up and she found $65 so far.
Nice.
Old hard cash.
Cold card cash.
Oh, Liz and Casey, I just saw that message. Yes, met them, freeway flippers. And we are going to, did I not mention this on a This Perfectly call? I'm going to reach out. We're going to go to lunch or dinner. Probably.
You did. You said that.
Yeah. So I'm just telling her that we're going to do that. I'm going to make it happen. We've been talking about it. I'm just going to make it happen. I'm going to make myself leave my house. You guys are worth it. We'll go have dinner or lunch.
She said in a meeting last week that, you know, she was going to go have dinner with you. And I said, or lunch. And I said, where do they live? And she, you know, says it. And then she goes, like, that means anything to you. And I really just meant like how far away from you. It was funny. So,
Yeah, I have no idea how far she is, but doesn't
she
matter.
She said, let's do it. So it's
I
good.
know. So we'll make that. I'm going on vacation next week, so we'll make that happen, Liz.
Well, thank you, everybody. We were just going to kind of pop on for half an hour. Thank you all for coming. Maybe we can try to play the video again, Doug, and see if the music will happen.
Anybody have any questions about it or anything?
Oh.
Anybody have any suggestions?
Yes, suggestions, please. Because
or tell us what your favorite part of last year was, so that we can redo it, except for the in-person part. We can all meet somewhere central in the middle of the country somewhere.
And if you really want to see us, we're going to Posh Fest, so you can come to Tennessee. Swag. Oh, swag. Okay, so here, that's a good question, Kathy. I mean, I know you wasn't a question for you, but there will be opportunities to win swag. There'll be opportunities to get swag. We're going to do different stuff. So there will absolutely be swag. So if swag's a thing, sorry, Dougie.
The virtual t-shirt gun.
Oh, the virtual t-shirt gun, yeah.
Oh, Catherine, thank you for that. That may be a great idea. Thank you. I will put that down.
There
My
you go.
favorite was the lobby hangout when we all bulleted journal together. I have never met anyone who enjoys journaling as much as this girl. Let me just tell you, she really, really amuses me. Trish, not the Whatnot purses. They are new. Oh, that's even better. I didn't realize. Todd. Don't worry, Todd. I'll get you some swag. Free lodging? It's free. You live at your house. We're not charging you.
Yeah, that is
Free
true.
lodging, does that mean you'll pay my mortgage this month?
Yeah.
Where do I send the bill?
Come to Kansas. Kansas is the middle.
It is. I mean, Kansas is it's more middle than Phoenix.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Mo, how are you?
Hey, Mo.
Hey, Mo.
Oh, you're back to reselling.
Yay.
All right, cool.
Here's the thing.
Here's
Mo
the best thing.
Mo and Linda used to be really active in the community. And I was going to say, this is a really good thing about reselling is I think they both had some stuff in their lives, parents, things like that, things that happen to us all. Teresa can identify with that. I can identify with that. And what's great about reselling is you can kind of walk away when you need to, and then you can come back. So Mo, we're really glad to see you. We're glad you're here.
Yep.
There you go.
Awesome. Glad to know you're back at it.
Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back. Every time you try to get out.
I know.
Pull you back in.
All right, should we close with the video?
Yes, please.
All
Let's
right.
see if we can all hear it this time.
I don't know. We'll see. I've tried
And
to.
even if not, you can all try to find yourselves. I just would like to say it's a quick and dirty video. Please, no one be insulted by the. I'm going to come up with a better one that shows all the people.
You guys want to stay in while we show the video and give some commentary?
Okay, if there's going to be no sound, we can do that.
Couldn't tell you. I've
Okay.
tried many things.
One, 2, 3, 4.
Swag, Yay! It's gonna be
Yay.
fun, guys.
Yeah, you were dancing. So did you hear it that time?
I heard it that time.
How odd.
And
I didn't know.
but it sounds distorted. It didn't sound great, but it was better than nothing.
Interesting. Well, there you go.
Interesting.
Liz and
Thanks,
Casey are
guys.
excited. Thanks, everybody. All right, cool. Yeah, and there will be much more, as Trish plans it out more. So
Anybody got ideas, though? I'd really love them. Trish@listperfectly.com. Please, love them.
there you go. Let's put that in one last time, and then we'll let you go.
And excuse my cat. Cat does not care that we're on a live.
Cats do what they like.
Thank you, Kim. I amuse myself, Kim.
All right, there we go.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
Have a great
everybody.
weekend if we don't see you. Oh, tomorrow. Today's Thursday. I was thinking today's Friday. Tomorrow we have a live with Jill. No, Pam. Restated threads tomorrow. We hope to all see you there.
Here on the old YouTube at 11 a.m. PST, 12/1/2 EST, 1 Central.
We don't care. We just do the 11 PST
The rest of you.
and 2 EST, and everybody else can figure the rest out.
And let me just say, tomorrow's about community. It's all about how to build your reselling business within a community. So it kind of plays into this topic. She really feels like that has really brought her to the next level, is building community. So look forward to that conversation.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks,
Welcome.
everyone.
Thanks,
Okay.
guys.
All right. Thanks, everybody. See you next time. Stay out of trouble.